Why do people drive us crazy? Navigating relationships can sometimes feel like walking through a minefield. One moment you're connecting deeply, and the next, someone's lying, cutting corners, or pushing every button you have. It's tempting to dream of escaping to a quiet cabin in the woods far from the chaos of human nature. But Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher king, saw these interactions as life's great test. He believed that engaging with others, understanding their flaws, and staying patient even when they drive you up the wall is central to a meaningful life. People, with all their quirks and imperfections, aren't obstacles to avoid. They're opportunities to practice wisdom, resilience, and grace. Stoicism offers a timeless playbook for not just surviving tricky relationships but thriving in them, turning frustration into growth and conflict into connection. Marcus's insight was that human nature is messy, but it's also universal. Everyone, your difficult coworker, your dramatic friend, even you, acts from a mix of motives, often shaped by ignorance, fear, or habit. Instead of retreating or reacting with anger, Stoicism teaches us to approach these moments with clarity and patience. It is not about ignoring the liar's deception or the critic's sting. It is about choosing how you respond. When someone cuts you off in a meeting, for instance, you might feel a surge of irritation. But Marcus would urge you to pause, take a breath, and see their behavior as a reflection of their own struggles, not a personal attack. This shift in perspective doesn't excuse bad behavior, but it frees you from being controlled by it, allowing you to respond with calm and purpose. The Stoic approach to relationships is practical and grounded. Start by accepting people as they are, not as you wish they were. That friend who's always late? Expect it, plan around it, and don't let it ruin your day. Next, focus on what you can control: your reactions, your words, your kindness. If a colleague spreads gossip, you can't change their actions, but you can choose to stay honest and rise above the drama. Another key is practicing empathy. Try to understand why someone might act the way they do. Maybe the person snapping at you is stressed about something you can't see. This doesn't mean you let people walk all over you. Stoicism also values setting boundaries with courage and fairness. It's about finding a balance where you protect your peace while staying open to connection. What makes this approach so powerful is its ripple effect. When you handle difficult people with patience and wisdom, you not only preserve your own tranquility, but also inspire others. Your calm response to a heated argument can de-escalate tension. Your kindness in the face of rudeness can shift the dynamic. Stoicism teaches that mastering these skills leads to a happier, more fulfilling life. Not because you've eliminated problems, but because you've learned to move through them with resilience. You're not building walls to keep people out. You're creating space to engage with them authentically, finding joy in the messiness of human connection. So, how do you start? Today, pick one tricky interaction, maybe a frustrating coworker or a family member who tests your patience. Instead of reacting on impulse, pause. Ask yourself, what's driving their behavior? How can I respond in a way that aligns with my values? Maybe it's offering a kind word instead of a sharp retort, or simply walking away with your peace intact. These small choices, rooted in Stoic wisdom, build a life of clarity and contentment. Grab a comfy seat, maybe a snack, and let's embrace this journey together. By tackling people problems with Marcus's timeless strategies, you're not just surviving relationships, you're unlocking a deeper, more connected way of living. Stay stoic, stay grounded, and let's keep growing. Stop chasing applause. How often do you catch yourself worrying about what others think of you? Picture this. You're about to share a bold idea in a meeting, deliver a presentation, or post something online, and suddenly, that nagging voice creeps in. Will they like it? Will they think I'm enough? It's as if you're standing on a stage, heart racing, with a sea of eyes watching, ready to judge. We've all been there, craving approval from people we might not even know, letting their opinions shape our decisions, our confidence, even our sense of self. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher king, saw through this human tendency with piercing clarity. He wrote, "We love ourselves more than other people, but we care about their opinion more than our own." It's a sharp wake-up call, exposing how we often trade our inner peace for external validation. letting the fleeting judgments of others drown out our own voice. The Stoics viewed this chase for approval as a trap, a distraction from living authentically. Imagine you're planting a garden. You don't tend to your flowers to impress the neighbors. You nurture them because they bring you joy because they're yours. That's the Stoic mindset. Focus on cultivating your own values, confidence, and purpose rather than performing for an audience. Seeking approval hands your happiness to others, leaving you vulnerable to their whims.
Instead, Stoicism encourages you to anchor yourself in what you can control: your actions, your intentions, your integrity. This isn't about ignoring others entirely. It's about prioritizing your own compass over their scorecards. When you live for your own standards, you build a resilience that no critic can shake.
Breaking free from the approval trap is a daily practice, not a one-time fix. It starts with awareness. The next time you feel that familiar pang of worry, maybe before speaking up or sharing something personal, pause. Ask yourself, am I living for me or for them? This simple question can be a lifeline, pulling you back to your own values. For example, if you hesitate to share an idea because you fear judgment, remind yourself that your worth isn't tied to their applause. Speak because the idea matters to you, because it aligns with your purpose. Over time, these moments of reflection build a habit of self-reliance where your confidence grows from within, not from external nods of approval. This shift doesn't mean becoming indifferent or selfish. Stoicism teaches that living authentically allows you to connect more genuinely with others. When you stop performing, you show up as your true self, fostering relationships built on mutual respect rather than validation seeking. It's like weeding out negativity from your garden, clearing space for what truly matters. If someone criticizes you unfairly, instead of internalizing it, consider their perspective calmly. Maybe they're projecting their own insecurities, as Marcus might suggest. Respond with kindness, or let it pass, but don't let it derail you. Choosing yourself in these moments is an act of strength, a declaration that your peace and purpose outweigh fleeting opinions. To start, try a small experiment today. The next time you catch yourself seeking approval, whether it's hesitating to post online or worrying about a colleague's reaction, take a deep breath. Remind yourself that your value lies in your actions, not their judgments. Act in a way that aligns with your principles, whether it's sharing your truth or staying silent with dignity. This practice, rooted in Stoic wisdom, builds a life grounded in your own terms. As you move forward, you'll find that letting go of the need for approval doesn't isolate you. It frees you to live boldly, authentically, and with unshakable inner peace. Now, let us explore a strategy to navigate the tricky characters in your life with the same Stoic clarity. Wear honesty like a shield. Every morning the sun rises, ushering in a new day filled with a kaleidoscope of people, some who lift your spirits with kindness, others who twist words, stir drama, or revel in someone's misstep. Navigating this human maze can feel like walking through a hall of mirrors, each reflection showing a different character, some genuine, others distorted by deceit or self-interest. In this complex landscape, honesty is your shield, your lighthouse in the storm. For the Stoics, particularly Marcus Aurelius, honesty was more than a virtue. It was a cornerstone of a purposeful life. Being true to yourself and others isn't just about avoiding lies. It's about standing firm in your integrity, unwavering against the pressures of negativity or manipulation. Honesty cuts through the fog of deceit, offering clarity and grounding you in who you are, no matter what challenges come your way. Why choose honesty in a world where some play fast and loose with the truth, bending it to suit their needs? Because your honesty is a beacon, a light that not only protects your own peace, but also guides others lost in the shadows of half-truths. Imagine a coworker spreads a rumor, or a friend's harsh comment stings. Instead of retaliating with deception or defensiveness, picture responding with calm, clear truth, acknowledging a mistake openly, or addressing the issue with sincerity. This kind of integrity doesn't just diffuse conflict, it sets you apart. It's a rare gem in a sea of evasions and exaggerations, and its rarity makes it powerful. By choosing honesty, you're not merely surviving the chaos of human interactions, you're actively shaping a world where truth has weight, where trust can flourish. Honesty, as the Stoics saw it, is about aligning your actions with your values, even when it's uncomfortable. It's easy to be truthful when the stakes are low, but what about when owning up to a mistake risks criticism, or when speaking candidly might strain a relationship? These are the moments where honesty becomes a practice of courage. For example, admitting you missed a deadline at work, rather than deflecting blame, builds respect and accountability. Or choosing to have an open, honest conversation with a friend about a misunderstanding, rather than letting resentment fester, fosters deeper connection. These acts of truth aren't just about being good. They're about building a life where you can look people in the eye, confident in your authenticity. The impact of honesty extends beyond yourself. When you live with integrity, you inspire others to do the same. Your willingness to own your flaws or speak truthfully in a heated moment can shift the dynamic of a conversation, encouraging others to lower their guards. It's a ripple effect. One honest word can spark trust. One genuine apology can mend a rift. Marcus Aurelius believed that humans are interconnected, and by being a beacon of truth, you contribute to a community where authenticity is valued. This doesn't mean you'll change everyone. Some will always twist words or thrive on drama, but you'll carve out a space where your peace remains intact. To practice this, start small today. In one interaction, perhaps with a colleague, friend, or even a stranger, choose honesty over convenience. Maybe it's admitting you don't know something instead of pretending, or calmly addressing a hurtful comment instead of brushing it off. Notice how it feels to stand in your truth. It's not always easy, especially when negativity surrounds you, but it's right. Each honest word is a step toward a life of purpose, where you build something real, grounded in integrity. As we move forward, let us explore how to handle those moments when someone's words or actions hit too close to home, using Stoic wisdom to stay steady and strong. Don't let it get personal. Picture a rough day. You spill coffee on your favorite shirt, miss an important call, and then someone snaps at you or tosses out a comment that stings like a paper cut. It's tempting to take it personally, to feel like the universe has singled you out for a bad day. Your mind might spiral, replaying the moment, wondering, why me? What did I do? But here's a Stoic secret that can shift everything. Don't take it personally. Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics taught that when someone is rude, dismissive, or just plain off, it's rarely about you. It's about their own inner battles. Maybe they're stressed from a looming deadline, distracted by personal struggles, or carrying a burden you can't see. Sound familiar? We've all had moments where we've snapped or faltered, not because we wanted to hurt someone, but because we were caught in our own storm. The Stoic approach is to flip the script on these moments. Instead of letting a harsh word or a friend's misstep send you into a tailspin, pause and reflect. Have I ever been in their shoes? Chances are you have. Maybe you've been short-tempered after a sleepless night or said something you regretted in a moment of frustration. This perspective unlocks empathy, transforming irritation into understanding. It's not about dismissing your feelings or pretending the sting doesn't hurt. It's about choosing a response that keeps you centered. For example, when someone cuts you off in traffic or a coworker throws shade in a meeting, take a deep breath and remind yourself, their actions reflect their state of mind, not your worth. This simple shift diffuses tension, helping you stay calm and composed instead of reactive. This practice is powerful because it protects your peace while fostering connection. By not taking things personally, you avoid building walls that isolate you. Instead, you create space for understanding, even in difficult interactions. Imagine a friend forgets to invite you to a gathering. Instead of assuming they don't value you, consider they might be overwhelmed or distracted. This doesn't mean you ignore genuine issues. Stoicism also values addressing problems with honesty, but it means approaching them with clarity rather than resentment. You might calmly ask your friend about it, opening the door to a deeper conversation rather than letting hurt fester. This approach builds bridges, keeping relationships intact rather than letting misunderstandings tear them apart. The Stoics believe that empathy is a choice, a discipline that strengthens your character. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that people act according to their nature, shaped by their circumstances and limitations. By seeing their behavior as a reflection of their struggles, you free yourself from the burden of taking it personally. This doesn't excuse harmful actions, You can still set boundaries or address wrongs, but it means you don't let them define your peace. It's like wearing armor in a chaotic world. You stay grounded, unshaken by external noise, and ready to respond with wisdom. To start, try this today. The next time someone's words or actions hit a nerve, pause. Take a slow breath and ask, what might they be going through? Remind yourself that their behavior is about their inner world, not your value. Maybe it is a curt email from a colleague or a snarky comment from a stranger. Let it pass without letting it sink in. This small act of detachment rooted in Stoic wisdom is a gift to yourself. It preserves your calm, fosters empathy, and keeps you connected to others. As we move forward, let's explore another quiet strength that sets you apart in a world full of chaos, helping you navigate life's challenges with unshakable resilience. The power of patience. In a world that's perpetually rushing, chasing deadlines, craving quick fixes, and demanding instant gratification, patience feels like a forgotten art. Yet for the Stoics, patience was a superpower, a quiet strength that sets you apart in a sea of impulsivity. Imagine yourself in the midst of a whirlwind. Colleagues cutting corners to meet targets, tempers flaring in heated exchanges, everyone scrambling to get ahead without pausing to think. It's easy to get swept up, to snap back when someone tests your nerves, or to match impatience with your own. But patience, as Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics saw it, is like being the calm eye of the storm. Steady, grounded, and unshaken while the chaos swirls around you. It's a choice to stand firm, rooted in your values, no matter how loudly the world urges you to hurry. Patience isn't just about waiting, it's about reclaiming control. In a culture obsessed with speed, choosing to pause is an act of rebellion. It's the discipline to observe, reflect, and act deliberately, aligning your choices with your deeper purpose rather than reacting to the moment's chaos. Marcus Aurelius would argue that patience is about knowing your path and having the fortitude to stay on it, even when external pressures scream for you to rush. When someone cuts you off in traffic or a friend rambles on, testing your limits, patience allows you to see the situation clearly. Instead of firing back with frustration, you take a breath, recognizing their behavior as a fleeting moment, not a personal attack. This clarity lets you respond in a way that serves the long haul, not just the heat of the moment. Why does patience matter so much? Because it gives you perspective. It's the lens that reveals people and situations for what they truly are, allowing their true colors to emerge over time. When a coworker snaps at you, patience might show you they're stressed about a deadline you weren't aware of. When a project stalls, waiting calmly can uncover solutions that haste would overlook. This isn't about being passive or letting others walk over you. Stoic patience is active, paired with courage and wisdom. It's setting boundaries when needed, addressing issues with calm resolve, and choosing actions that align with your values. For example, instead of arguing with a friend who's late again, you might calmly discuss how their tardiness affects you, fostering understanding rather than resentment. The power of patience lies in its ability to transform both you and your interactions. By staying steady, you create space for better decisions, deeper connections, and a stronger sense of self. Your calm presence can de-escalate a tense meeting or soothe a heated conversation, inspiring others to slow down and think. Marcus believed that humans are interconnected, and your patience can ripple outward, encouraging those around you to act with greater care. It is not about perfection. There will be moments when impatience creeps in, but each time you choose to pause, you strengthen this quiet resilience, building a life of purpose and stability. To practice this, try a small experiment today. The next time you feel the urge to rush or react, whether it's a slow cashier, a frustrating email, or a friend's long-winded story, pause. Take a deep breath and ask, what's the rush? How can I respond with intention? See it as a chance to flex your Stoic superpower, staying grounded while others spin. This practice isn't just about surviving a chaotic world. It's about thriving in it, with clarity and strength. As we move forward, let's explore a strategy that's all about leading by example, using your actions to inspire and uplift those around you. Be the spark that inspires. Imagine you are walking down the street and witness a quiet moment. Someone helps an elderly person carry their groceries. No fanfare, no applause. Just a simple, heartfelt act of kindness. This is the essence of Stoicism, as Marcus Aurelius lived it. Action over words, integrity over showmanship. Being an example isn't about chasing perfection or seeking recognition. It's about consistent progress, living your values so authentically that they shine through naturally. When you embody qualities like kindness, honesty, or resilience, you become a beacon, sparking inspiration in others. Not through grand speeches, but through the quiet power of your choices. Your actions, rooted in Stoic wisdom, show the world what it means to live with purpose, making a difference simply by being true to who you are. In a world buzzing with distractions, endless notifications, social pressures, and the temptation to follow the crowd, it's easy to lose your way in the noise. Yet choosing to be a positive example sets you apart. It's about showing up every day with integrity, even when no one's watching. Picture staying calm during a heated argument, choosing to listen when you'd rather speak, or expressing gratitude for the small moments others overlook. These actions create a ripple effect, subtly encouraging those around you to pause, reflect, and act with greater care. Marcus Aurelius believed that humans are interconnected, and your choices, however small, can inspire others to embrace kindness, patience, or courage, fostering a community where wisdom and compassion thrive. Being an example doesn't require grand gestures. It's built on small, intentional acts. Holding the door for a stranger, genuinely listening to a friend's struggles, or tackling a challenge with a steady heart. These moments matter. They reflect your values and demonstrate what's possible when you prioritize character over convenience. For instance, when you respond to a coworker's frustration with empathy instead of defensiveness, you model a better way to handle conflict. When you express gratitude for a simple meal or a kind word, you remind others to find joy in the everyday. These choices don't just shape your own life. They elevate those around you, making you a valued part of your circle, someone who lifts others up just by being authentically you. The Stoics saw this as a duty, to live in a way that contributes to the greater good. Marcus often reflected on his role as a leader, not to gain praise but to serve as a model of virtue. You don't need to be an emperor to do the same. Your quiet integrity, admitting a mistake, helping without expecting reward, or staying composed under pressure, speaks louder than any boast. It's a reminder that influence comes not from shouting your virtues but from living them consistently. Even when you stumble, as we all do, the act of getting back up with humility and resolve inspires others to do the same. Your progress, not your perfection, is what lights the way. To start, pick one small act today that reflects your values. Maybe it's offering a kind word to someone having a tough day, listening fully without interrupting, or facing a challenge with calm determination. Notice how it feels to act with intention, to be a quiet force for good. These choices, grounded in Stoic principles, don't just make you a better person, they create a ripple of positivity, inspiring others to follow suit. As you build this habit, you'll find that being an example isn't just about personal growth. It is about building a world where kindness and wisdom flourish. Now let's explore how to deal with the noise that threatens to drown out your spark, using Stoic strategies to stay steady in a chaotic world. Silence the haters. Let's face it, haters are everywhere. They come in all forms. The coworker who tosses a snarky comment, the friend who casts a judgmental glance, or even that inner critic amplifying someone else's doubts, whispering you're not enough, you can't do it, or you'll never make it. Negativity can feel like a constant hum, a background noise that threatens to drown out your confidence. But the Stoics had a powerful antidote. Tune it out. Picture yourself slipping on an invisible shield, letting those harsh words and skeptical looks bounce off while you stay laser-focused on your path. Marcus Aurelius captured this wisdom perfectly. Just do the right thing. The rest doesn't matter. His words are a reminder that your focus should be on your actions and integrity, not the chatter of critics. Take inspiration from Cicero, a Stoic who navigated the treacherous, corrupt landscape of ancient Rome. Despite political turmoil and betrayal, he anchored himself in what was right, ignoring the chaos and naysayers around him. This is your playbook for dealing with haters. When the world feels like it's crumbling or someone tries to drag you down, center yourself in your own values. Whether it's a colleague undermining your work or a social media troll questioning your worth, their opinions don't define you, your choices do. The Stoics taught that you can't control what others say or think, but you can control how you respond. By focusing on doing what's right, acting with honesty, kindness, or perseverance, you build a resilience that no critic can shake. This approach isn't about pretending negativity doesn't exist, it's about refusing to let it steer your course. Imagine the critical voices as static on an old radio, crackling but meaningless. You don't argue with the static. You turn the dial to a clearer station, tuning into your own purpose. For example, if someone doubts your abilities on a project, don't waste energy defending yourself. Instead, pour that energy into doing your best work, letting your results speak louder than their words. Or if your inner critic echoes past doubts, pause and ask, am I acting in line with my values? If the answer is yes, let the doubts fade. Your worth lies in your commitment to your path, not in silencing every hater. The power of tuning out negativity is that it frees you to live authentically. When you stop letting others' opinions dictate your mood or decisions, you reclaim your peace. This doesn't mean ignoring constructive feedback. Stoicism values growth, but it means discerning what is worth your attention. A random jab or unfair criticism, that's just noise. Let it pass like a cloud, and keep moving forward. This practice builds a quiet strength, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with clarity and purpose. It's like clearing the clutter from your mind, making space for what truly matters, your goals, your values, your growth. To start, try this today. The next time negativity hits, whether it's a snide remark, a doubtful look, or your own self-doubt, picture it as static. Take a deep breath, refocus on what you can control, and take one step toward doing the right thing. Maybe it's completing a task with care, offering kindness despite rudeness, or simply reminding yourself of your purpose. This Stoic strategy, inspired by Marcus and Cicero, isn't just about surviving haters. It's about thriving despite them. By tuning out the noise, you stay true to your path, building a life of integrity and resilience. Now let's explore a strategy that's like fuel for your soul, keeping your inner fire burning bright in a world full of distractions. Lead with love. Have you ever noticed how some people light up a room the moment they walk in? Their presence warms the air, lifts the mood, and makes everyone feel a little more at ease. This is the essence of leading with love, a Stoic principle that Marcus Aurelius and Seneca championed. It is not about seeking applause or waiting for someone to validate you. It is about being the person who notices others, who spreads kindness as naturally as breathing. Marcus believed that doing good feels good, and he was right. When you lead with love, offering genuine care, time, and understanding, you create a ripple effect that makes those around you feel seen and valued. This simple act of giving, rooted in Stoic wisdom, transforms not just your interactions but your entire approach to life. Leading with love is about choosing to act with compassion, even when life feels heavy. We all face challenges, stressful days, personal setbacks, or moments when the world seems to push against us. It's tempting to retreat, to shield yourself from further hurt. But Stoicism teaches resilience, urging you to lean into these moments with an open heart. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, said every person you meet is an opportunity to practice kindness. That grumpy coworker, the stranger who seems distracted, even the friend who's let you down. They're all chances to show up with empathy. Instead of closing off, you can choose to offer a kind word, a listening ear, or a small gesture of support. These acts don't erase your struggles, but they channel your energy into something meaningful, connecting you to others in a profound way. The beauty of leading with love is its simplicity and impact. It doesn't require grand gestures. Sometimes it's as small as a genuine smile, a thoughtful question, or helping someone with a task without being asked. Imagine you're having a tough day, feeling overwhelmed by deadlines or personal worries. Instead of withdrawing, you pause to compliment a colleague's effort or check in on a friend who has been quiet lately. These moments of kindness don't just lift others, they lift you too. They remind you that you're part of something bigger, a web of human connection, where your actions matter. Marcus Aurelius saw this as a core part of living well. By giving love, you cultivate joy within yourself, building a life that feels rich and purposeful. This approach also builds resilience. When you lead with love, you're not dependent on others' reactions to feel fulfilled. Whether your kindness is acknowledged or not, the act itself aligns with your values, grounding you in a sense of integrity. Stoicism teaches that you can't control how others respond, but you can control your intentions. If someone brushes off your gesture, let it go. Your worth lies in the choice to act with love, not in their response. This mindset frees you from the need for external validation, allowing you to navigate life's ups and downs with steady confidence. To practice this, try one small act of love today. Love. Maybe it's thanking someone who's often overlooked, listening fully to a friend without checking your phone, or offering a helping hand to a neighbor. Notice how it feels to give without expecting anything in return. This Stoic habit, inspired by Marcus and Seneca, doesn't just make others feel valued. It enriches your life, weaving a thread of connection through every interaction. As you embrace leading with love, you'll find it's like fuel for your soul, keeping your inner light burning bright. Now let's tackle a habit that can steal your joy faster than anything else, using Stoic wisdom to reclaim your peace and purpose. Stop the comparison game. Imagine you're scrolling through your phone, hopping from one social media profile to another, each post a snapshot of a seemingly perfect life. Sprawling houses, exotic vacations, flawless moments frozen in time. It's all too easy to fall into the trap of comparison, feeling like your own life, with its messy realities and unfiltered struggles, doesn't measure up. Theodore Roosevelt's words ring true here. Comparison is the thief of joy. When you pit your behind the scenes against someone else's curated highlight reel, you set yourself up to feel inadequate, as if your journey is somehow less worthy. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher king, would challenge this mindset with a piercing question. Why envy someone's life when you don't know the weight of their struggles? You might see a CEO's glittering success but miss the sleepless nights, personal sacrifices, or hidden doubts they've faced to get there. The Stoics teach us to break free from the comparison trap by turning our focus inward. Instead of measuring yourself against others, aim to be better than the person you were yesterday. This shift is liberating. It's about progress, not competition. Epicurus, as quoted by Seneca, captured this wisdom. Enough will never be enough for the person to whom enough is too little. Contentment doesn't come from having more than someone else or matching their achievements. It comes from making the best of what you have. It's about appreciating your own path, the small victories, the hard-earned lessons, the quiet moments of growth. Your value lies not in how you stack up against others, but in how you nurture your unique journey, cultivating a life aligned with your values and purpose. Comparison often stems from a scarcity mindset, the belief that someone else's success diminishes your own. But the Stoics saw life differently. Your path is yours alone, and no one else's achievements can take away from it. When you catch yourself envying a friend's promotion or a stranger's picture-perfect life, pause. Marcus would urge you to reflect. What do you truly know about their reality? Behind the polished posts might be stress, loneliness, or challenges you'd never trade for. Instead of looking sideways, look within. Take stock of your own progress. Maybe you've grown more patient, tackled a fear, or built stronger relationships. These are the markers of a meaningful life, far more enduring than fleeting comparisons. Practicing this Stoic principle requires intention. Start by limiting the triggers that fuel comparison, like mindless scrolling through social media. When you do engage, approach it with perspective, recognizing that what you see is a curated glimpse, not the full story. Then redirect your energy to your own growth. Set a small, personal goal, perhaps improving a skill, practicing gratitude, or taking a step toward a dream, and focus on it daily. Celebrate your progress, no matter how modest, because each step forward is a victory over the comparison trap. Seneca's wisdom reminds us that true wealth is contentment with what you have, not a race to outshine others. To bring this home, try this today. Take a moment to write down 3 things you're proud of in your own journey, whether it's a recent accomplishment, a lesson learned, or a moment of resilience. Let these remind you of your unique path. When comparison creeps in, return to this list, grounding yourself in your own story. This Stoic practice, inspired by Marcus and Seneca, frees you from the thief of joy, allowing you to live with clarity and gratitude. As you embrace your journey, you'll find contentment not in outpacing others, but in becoming the best version of yourself. Now, let's wrap up with a strategy that ties all these Stoic lessons together, bringing harmony to your relationships and inner peace. Hold your loved ones close. Life is fleeting, a truth as undeniable as it is uncomfortable. The Stoic concept of memento mori, remember you will die, serves as a stark reminder not only of our own mortality, but also of the impermanence of everyone we hold dear. It's easy to fall into the trap of procrastination, putting off a call or message to someone we care about with the casual thought, "I'll do it tomorrow." But tomorrow can slip into next week, next month, or even years, and before we know it, we're left with the ache of regret, wishing for one more moment to say what truly matters. What if we lived each day as if it were our last chance to express love, offer forgiveness, or simply share a laugh with those who matter most? How much richer, deeper, and more meaningful would our relationships become if we embraced this perspective? The power of memento mori lies in its ability to shift our focus from the mundane to the essential. It is not about dwelling on death in a morbid sense, but about using the awareness of life as brevity to fuel intentional action. Think about the last time you spoke with someone close to you, perhaps a parent, sibling, or friend. Did you part on good terms, with words of affection or gratitude, or were there unspoken tensions, unresolved grudges, or things left unsaid? Too often we let small misunderstandings or petty frustrations build walls between us and the people we love. We assume there will always be time to mend things, to say "I'm sorry" or "I love you." But life doesn't guarantee us that time. The Stoics urge us to act with purpose, to live deliberately in the present, knowing that each moment is a gift, not a certainty. This philosophy challenges us to reframe how we approach our relationships. Imagine waking up each day with the mindset that it could be your final opportunity to connect with those you cherish. Would you let a minor disagreement fester? Would you hesitate to pick up the phone or send a heartfelt message? Probably not. By internalizing memento mori, we are reminded to prioritize what truly matters, our connections with others, over the distractions and trivialities that so often consume our attention. It's about choosing to make every interaction count, to infuse it with kindness, presence, and authenticity. A simple text saying, "I'm thinking of you," a call to catch up, or a hug that lingers a little longer can transform fleeting moments into lasting memories. This isn't about living in fear of loss, but about embracing the beauty of the present. Our loved ones are the vibrant threads in the tapestry of our lives, each one adding color, texture, and meaning. When we postpone reaching out or hold back our feelings, we risk letting those colors fade before we've fully appreciated them. The Stoics teach us to let go of grudges, to forgive quickly, and to express love freely. Don't go to bed angry, they advise, because tomorrow isn't promised. By acting with intention, we not only enrich our relationships but also cultivate a life of purpose and fulfillment. So, take a moment to reflect. Who in your life deserves to hear from you today? Who could use a kind word, a gesture of appreciation, or a simple acknowledgement of their importance? Don't wait for a wake-up call, a missed opportunity, or a sudden loss to remind you to act. Send that text, make that call, give that hug. Life's impermanence is a call to action, a reminder to weave your tapestry with care and intention. By living with memento mori in mind, you ensure that your relationships are not just fleeting moments, but enduring expressions of love and connection that leave a lasting legacy. Live Stoic, live bold. Stoicism offers a timeless blueprint for navigating the complexities of human relationships and the chaos of the world around us. Its core principles, disregarding the noise of external opinions, staying true to your integrity, practicing patience, and leading with love, are more than just coping mechanisms. They are powerful tools to not only survive but thrive amidst life's inevitable challenges. Far from encouraging detachment or avoidance, Stoicism invites us to dive into the messiness of human connections with clarity, strength, and purpose. By anchoring ourselves in these principles, we can cultivate a life of resilience and fulfillment, no matter what obstacles we face. The Stoics teach us that true happiness doesn't depend on external circumstances, but flows from within, from aligning our actions with our deepest values and choosing how we respond to the world. At the heart of Stoicism is the idea of focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, while letting go of what we cannot, like the judgments of others. Caring less about external opinions doesn't mean becoming cold or indifferent. It means freeing yourself from the weight of unconstructive criticism to focus on what truly matters. By prioritizing honesty, we build trust and authenticity in our relationships, creating bonds that withstand life's storms. Patience, another Stoic virtue, allows us to approach conflicts with a calm mind, giving us the space to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. And leading with love, whether for family, friends, or even strangers, transforms our interactions into opportunities for connection and growth. These principles don't shield us from the messiness of life. They empower us to embrace it with courage and clarity. Living by Stoic wisdom means acting with intention in every moment. It's about making deliberate choices that reflect who you are and what you stand for, even when the world feels overwhelming. Imagine the strength that comes from walking through life unswayed by fleeting opinions, grounded in your own moral compass. Picture the depth of relationships built on honesty, patience, and love, where conflicts are resolved with understanding and connections are nurtured with care. This approach doesn't eliminate challenges, but it equips us to face them with a steady heart and a clear mind. The Stoics remind us that happiness is not found in external validation or fleeting pleasures, but in living a life aligned with virtue, where every action reflects our commitment to being our best selves. As you carry this wisdom forward, let it inspire you to live boldly and love fiercely. Share these insights with someone who could use a dose of Stoic strength: a friend struggling with self-doubt, a family member navigating conflict, or anyone wrestling with life's unpredictability. By passing on these principles, you not only reinforce your own commitment but also help others find clarity in their own journeys. If these ideas resonate with you, take a moment to engage with this message. Hit the like button, subscribe, or ring the notification bell to stay connected to this Stoic path. Better yet, drop a comment with "I am growing daily" to declare your dedication to personal growth and resilience. These small actions are more than gestures. They're affirmations of your commitment to living with purpose. The Stoic journey is one of continuous growth, grounded in the courage to face life's challenges with calm and conviction. It's about embracing the wild, unpredictable nature of the world while staying true to your inner compass. As you move forward, keep these principles close. Act with intention, love without hesitation, and let your values guide you through the noise. Let's continue to grow, stay rooted in wisdom, and navigate this complex world with the serene strength of a true Stoic. Until we meet again, take care, keep shining, and live a life that reflects the best of who you are.